Today we're going to be reviewing the Magicshine Seemee 30 front and rear bike light set. So here we have Magishine's latest Seemee 30. This is a front light and a tail light, and it's part of the updated Seemee product line. This previously consisted of two tail lights, but has been expanded to the Seemee 200, the 180, the 100, and what we have here, the 30, the most affordable option. Now we don't have the original packaging here as we have an early release of this. So I'll put a little picture here on the right. And as you can see, it uses their iconic black and orange packaging with the lights really prominently displayed. Now if we pretend like we're unboxing it, I'll go over the specs. The retail price for the light set is $29.99, and you can also buy the taillight by itself for $17. Now what's really cool about these lights is that they share a lot in common with the Seemee product line. So you get multiple flash modes, multiple constant modes, as well as a smart mode, thanks to the integrated ambient light sensor. This will automatically adjust between a day and a night mode. So a really nice feature. They all have these really nice side profiles to them, which are also transparent, so you have good side visibility. IPX6 waterproof. You have mode memory, and you have integrated batteries with micro USB rechargeability. Inside the box, you'll find the mounting straps. These are standard rubber straps, but they feel quite robust. You get the micro USB recharging cables, and you'd also get a warranty card and an informational packet that we don't have here. So now let's take a look at the weight of the headlight and taillight. Since they share so much in common, I expect the headlight and taillight to weigh about the same. So it's 22 grams for the taillight, and if you add the little rubber strap, it comes in at 26. We do the same for the headlight, 22 without the strap, and 26 with the strap. So as we expected, same weight. These are super compact, so the lightweight is expected. So now let's go over the fit and finish of the Seemee 30 headlight and taillight. As you can see visually, they're almost identical. They use the same housing, the same mount design. The only really difference between the headlight and taillight is that the back of the lens is slightly different. Here, this is brighter versus this more dull. And when you turn it on, obviously, they emit a different color, red versus white. So we'll go ahead and look at the headlight then. So these have a tall, elongated design. So it's a really thin rectangular design. It really fits well against a fork or a C-post, really hides it. They're really lightweight and narrow, so you can really mount them anywhere you need. On front, you basically have this elongated COB LED design. So if you look closely, you'll see little individual dots there. Those are little LED emitters. They all turn on at the same time, and as you can see when you turn it on, it has a nice even glow to it that you don't get with non-COB LED lights. On the sides, you have Magicshine kind of ghosted on here, so really subtle. You also notice that it's a little transparent on top, so you can see when that means when I turn it on and at night, it gives it a lot better side visibility. So you don't have to be right in front, but even at 90 degrees or even higher, I think it's listed as 230 degree side visibility. People will still see you coming. So it's a nice safety feature that some taillights even these days don't have. On top, you'll find the power indicator. This is a power button. Nice rubber button, really easy to use. What's really cool about this is Magicshine has added a battery status indicator to all the Seemee lights. So if I click once while it's off, you can see this bottom light illuminates for a few seconds. Now with the Seemee 30, this is only a 2-level indicator. So if it's solid, that indicates 20 to 100%. And if it were to flash, that would be under 20%. So while it's less informative than the 3-level indicator that the Seemee 100, 180, and 200 have, it's still a really nice feature. Before you ride, you can just make sure you have enough battery status. The mounts on these are all directly built into the housing. So simple plastic pieces, these little hooks. And if you take the mount, you simply wrap it around and then apply some tension to it. So really easy to mount, quick to take on, quick to take off as well. These are not theft resistant, so definitely make sure you take them off your bike. On back, you'll find a little rubber pad here. This is slightly rounded to accommodate a C-post or a handlebar. Unlike the other Seemees, this will not handle an aero seat post. So you do have to be aware of that. This is definitely better to mount on your seat stay With an arrow C-post, it's sharper, and you'll see it'll kind of flip-flop. The other Seemees have a little inside cutout here that would accommodate that, but due to the smaller size of this, you don't have that. So now let's go over the interface on these. Really simple. It actually shares a lot in common with the other Seemee products. So battery status indicator when it's off, long press to turn it on, and then you have 3 flash variations. So single click to change the variations within a mode, double click to switch the mode. So now I went to the flash states. There are 3 flashes here, a normal flash, a breath mode, and a comet mode, which is pretty cool. Double click again to go to the smart mode. Now, one gripe I have about this is it's kind of hard to tell whether you're in smart mode or flash mode. But in smart mode, it actually uses the built-in ambient light sensor to actually switch between a day and a night mode. So you can see here, this is the day mode, and it's just a normal flash. And if I cover up the light sensor, you can see this is the night mode. So in the night mode, it actually hold a low setting and then go high instead of going on off. So really nice feature. Definitely really cool to see at such a low price point too. So now let's put the Seemee 30s on the bike. Here I have the headlight, and you can see it's nice and narrow and tall. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the left side of the fork since we're in the United States. So it goes on really easy, and it feels actually pretty secure. What I like about it, it really hides behind the fork, so it gives it a really sleek look. And with the rubber straps, it actually feels pretty secure, so you don't have to worry about it. You can also mount this on your handlebar horizontally. I found that my handlebar diameter was a little too thick with the straps, but if you had a thinner one, it would easily work. Also with the taillight, you can put that on the seat stays, again on the left side, and they feel pretty secure and stay in place. And again, because they're tall and narrow, it works out pretty well. Here you can see you can also post it on the seat post, a round seat post, but compared to like a Seemee 200, 180, or 100, it's a lot more narrow and a lower output, so I definitely recommend running a higher output taillight. So now let's compare the Seemee 30 with some other taillights. What's really cool is I have most of the Magicshine Seemee variations. I have the Seemee 60 here. This has a brake sensor and a COB LED design with a more square body. This looks all more like an old iPhone product with the alloy ring around it. It has a different mount design and, as I mentioned, a brake sensor. Now with the updated Seemee products, you have the Seemee 100, the 180, and the 200, where the 200 gets a secondary tracer LED on the bottom that illuminates the road. Now with the updated Seemee products, they all share the same integrated ambient light sensor, while the 100, 180, 200 also get a brake sensor, which is a really cool feature. The other lights also have an additional flash mode called interactive, and that'll illuminate the inner or outer ring separately. But since these only have a single element, there is no interactive mode with the Seemee 30. Now the prices on these are a little bit more expensive, so this set is $30. As you go up, it's about $5 increments, so 35, 40, 45, so still affordable, but as a light set for 30 bucks, this is a pretty good deal. One good comparison here is the $40 Planet Bike spoke lights. So you can see a more plastic body design, a little bit bulkier. So if you look at front light versus front light, this will sit on your fork while the Magicshine will sit flush against it. So this will make your bike wider. I actually do like the Magicshine over the spoke lights, even though the spokes have a bigger body to them. I think the more compact form factor of the Magicshine and the fact that it has an ambient light sensor is something you don't really see at this price point. Also, the mounting of these is a little bit more bulky versus the simple rubber straps. Now let's take a look at the output of the lights during the daytime. Despite only being 30 lumens, they're still visible. You're not going to get a 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer visibility, but they're enough to catch someone's eye, especially when you're closer. Now let's take a look at the light output mode. There are quite a few modes here. I have the runtimes and lumen output, claimed lumen outputs listed both on left and right for the headlight and taillight. What I really like are the flash modes. They're quite creative. They don't come out that well on camera, but things like the breath mode and the common mode are really cool. They have a gradient pulse to them, and it makes it really stand out. Also, the coolest part about this is probably smart day and night modes. They automatically switch depending on the light sensor. If we do a little montage of all of the flash modes, you can see they're quite creative. And again, my favorite would be the smart mode where you can just leave it on there and forget about it. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Seemee 30 light set. What I really like about them is the fact that they have a battery status checker integrated with the power button. Even though they're only a 2-level indicator, which is not much better than a low battery indicator, it's a nice feature that I'd like to see with more taillights. Also, the ambient light sensor for the smart output mode is a really nice feature to have, especially at such a low price point. You typically don't see this unless you pay a lot more, almost double usually. And also you can just leave it in that smart output mode and ride through the day or night and have it automatically adjust for you without having to mess with the output modes. It also has pretty good side visibility and daytime visibility. They're only 30 lumens, so they're not particularly bright, but they definitely catch your attention, especially in the flash modes. Some of the cons are the fact that they have integrated batteries. Unfortunately, that means they're not replaceable, and the whole light will have to be replaced after a few years of heavy use. They also don't include a body clip, which is a little bit strange for a B-scene light. It would be nice to be able to clip this to your backpack or even your clothing for extra visibility. And another con, as with a lot of the other Seemee products, there's just a confusing number of modes. Things like the smart mode and the flash modes look quite similar, so they're hard to differentiate. Taking everything into account, I would give the Seemee 30 lights a 9.3 out of 10. I think they're really well-designed B-scene lights that have a lot of features at a really low price point. So I think it's a really great light if you're looking to have extra visibility and want the smart features without the high cost. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at The Sweet Cyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.